Ladies and gentlemen, our friends at Artspear Entertainment are at it again. Avengers Infinity War trailer spoof Toon sandwich people. Before we watch this video, I want to give a patron of the day shout out to a new patron over here called Kurt Anderson. Been talking with this guy on Patreon. He sent me a message that pretty much gave me his life story. I just wanted to read it to you guys really quick. I asked him if I could, and he said yeah, because I think it's a pretty awesome story. He said, flashback to about 10 years ago, and you find me helping to run one of Northern California's most notorious porn companies. I'm fat, wildly unhealthy, and terribly miserable. And a miracle happens. I'm diagnosed with stage 4 cancer with a mortality rate of 80 to 90%. I changed pretty much everything I could. I threw myself into the fight so hard that I realized by lying in the hospital how much I wanted to live to become the person I wanted to be. And after 2 surgeries, chemotherapeutic treatments, and radiation, I went into remission. And I knew that I had to start being that person I saw myself while lying in the hospital bed. I stripped myself down to the barest essentials, just a bag with a few day clothes and a toothbrush, and hit the open road. Here I am a decade later, happier than ever, at peace with who I am in the universe. I own nothing. I have no address. I am the richest person I know. This guy travels a lot. He's been a supporter of our channel for a year. I think this is just an amazing story. I know we've taken a long time to read this for a game. Where's the reaction? Get to the reaction.
Give me my content!
I know where you guys are thinking right now, but I just wanted to say thank you, Kurt, for sharing that story, because it's a very inspiring tale. You know, there's a lot of people who I feel are working jobs or doing a lifestyle they just are really unhappy with, and sometimes it takes something so extreme, and I've heard it before, where cancer can be something that if you overcome it, it just changes your whole perspective. And it's so cool to see that you have honed in on that and that you're living the life you want to live. So thank you so much for sharing such an inspiring story. You know, I just hope that for most people, including ourselves, that we don't have to wait for something so drastic to happen for us to make a life change, but sometimes that's what's necessary. So love you, buddy, and thank you for sharing.
Yeah, much love.
The following preview has been approved for immature audio.
The entire time I knew him,
That's a good
he only
recreation.
ever had one goal: to wipe out half the universe. The left half.
The left half.
If he gets all the Infinity Stones,
Oh, nobody move. I dropped a stone.
he can do it with the snap of his fingers.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you one of those people who can't snap their fingers?
No, my hands are just greasy.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
I thought it started with a T.
It does.
Say it again.
Thanos.
Are you saying Thanos? Like with an F?
No, I'm saying Thanos.
Okay, all I'm hearing is Thanos.
Well, you're crazy because I'm saying Thanos.
Okay, so you can't snap your fingers, you can't say Thanos.
There's a lot of things I can do. You've just happened to stumble across my 2 disabilities. Well done to you.
What? Mass Market Studio.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
Shots
baby.
fired.
It is too distracting. We have to get it removed. Don't worry, they assured me it is a painless procedure. Either I finally hit puberty, or... Oh my god! The Chrysler building looks so majestic this morning.
That giant Fruit Loop looks just as scary when it's completely out of focus.
Hey, so you're Spider-Man, huh? What? That's cool.
Dang it! Oh, MJ, you can't tell anyone, okay?
Trust me, I won't say a word.
What's that sound?
Nothing. I'm gonna go.
Ah, my spider fingers! Engage all defenses. Close the back fence also. And get this man a shaving kit.
Welcome back, Captain America.
I'm not Captain America anymore.
Oh, I heard about this. You are nomad, yes?
No, I am Captain Amish! And I now use my superhuman strength to raise barns and churn unprecedented quantities of butter. So I can't help you save the world, but if you want something to spread on your bread, give me a call. Oh wait, I don't have a phone. Hey Thanos, want to get stoned? No, Loki! Don't bow to peer pressure! Bow to skull pressure! Like so! Who's got the test left, Cracker? Thank you. Oh, goody. I was hoping I'd get this one. Who the hell are you 3? 3? There's 6 of us. Fool, are you blind? Of course I can only see half of you. I've lost an eye.
Makes no sense.
Who said that? Show yourself, sorceress! We got one advantage. He's coming to us. Which means travel expenses, visas, parking, plus we have what Thanos wants, so we can name our price. 6,000, 8,000, and then there's postage and handling, sales tax, finder's fee. We're looking at a cool 20 G's. Easy. Aren't you like a billionaire? Sure. How do you think I became one?
Selling weapons to terrorists.
Nope. Common mistake. It was swindling intergalactic supervillains.
Okay, your plan sucks. Let me do the plan, because I once came up with 12% of a plan, and I saved a whole planet. I figure 30% of a plan should be enough to save the universe. That's some questionable math, Peter. Shut up, Peter.
Quick question. How do you pronounce your name? Is it Thanos? Is it Thanos? Is it Thanos? Is it Thanos? Or is it the anus? No one's called me that since.
Hey, look, everyone! It's the anus. Oh, look, he's so embarrassed. He's turning pink.
I'm not the anus anymore.
No! Wrong hand!
Oh, hey, Iron Spider.
Mr. Stark? What are you wearing?
Well, you stole the last of my irons, so I guess I'm Lycra Spandex Man now. See this? That's on you.
Changes. I'm not Black Widow anymore. I'm Blonde Homewrecker. I'm seeing all these guys.
Stay away from my man!
I can't. It's my character now.
I love you, Thanos.
Don't touch me, you're just a publicity stunt.
Still less painful than Botox!
Soon your skin will be as smooth as mine.
Paper covers rock.
I forgot about paper!
Infantile war.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, we're using our made-up names. In that case, I am Professor Queer. No, wait. I am Professor Unusual, but unusual in a way that is mysterious and dangerous and attractive to girls. PhD.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
The anus will return.
The two people who make these videos have absolutely not forced us to do this call to acting. Call to action.
Okay, here's the plan. We ask them to subscribe to the channel, and that way we can go back to Garden of the Galaxy. We see you up there, by the way. You're not fooling anybody. I am Groot.
Something just bit me. That really stings. I'm feeling lightheaded. I should have sprayed myself before I went outside.
Wasp up, Thanos. Oh,
What's
I
up?
need to get a better catchphrase.
What's up? What's up? I love terrible puns. We need the anus movie now. We need a whole Toon sandwich of the anus childhood movie. I was just watching that. I'm like, it looks like my favorite version of Teen Titans Go, but with young Thanos.
Yeah, that's a prequel origin story I would like to see, actually.
Just so we could understand why he is the way he is,
Yeah.
because he was bullied and called the anus in school.
That's tough, man. That's a tough way to come up.
Yeah.
Take it from a guy whose last name starts with Hump.
Yeah, we'll take it from a guy who's related to
And married to.
Jessica Biel. What a bitch. I like their approach to spoofing things, you know? I know some people can compare these guys to the like of a channel like How It Should Have Ended in a way. How It Should Have Ended, while they will do their like pop culture references, they add pop culture references within a pop culture already video. These guys will more usually take like a line or something very specific and kind of have sort of a spoof moment of it.
Or a twist on it.
Rather than throwing in like another crazy reference with her like not snapping her fingers well. How do you say Thanos? How are you saying it? Yeah.
What else might have happened in
Yeah.
the alternate version of this scene? And I feel like especially seeing this one, their grip on a parody version of Marvel Marvel's banter is actually pretty good, because I'm like, I can see this being an outtake or a deleted, improv scene or something in some of these moments.
Because when he says, like, tell me his name again, they could have just done some crazy pop culture reference or throw in some other Marvel or DC character or whatever. But instead, it just becomes a bit about how he said, tell me his name again, because he's not understanding what he's saying.
It's like weird banter-based joke.
Or making fun of, like, when he takes off the glasses and looks at it, wow, it's even still scary when it's out of focus. Yeah, like some silly joke like that, Or Vision opening the window and he's naked, because, like, well, yeah, I mean, if they're sleeping together and living together, why is he fully clothed,
Plus, they're in Europe at the time.
They might be sleeping together at that time, But then they will do, like, their additional pop culture references. MJ appearing on the school bus. That's a good joke and riff on the idea of how literally no one saw. And in the way the movie cuts that scene together, it makes sense how no one saw. But there is also that side of you like, what if one person might have seen it, And it still seems in character of the MJ character.
Yeah, totally.
I like the way they do their Tony Stark character, because everyone else seems like the characters. Like, they got, like, the voice of Tom Holland sounds great, but the Robert Downey Jr. character is just like, I don't give a shit about anything. Yep, that's right. I'm cold about everything I do and say. He's always like staring off into space. Like, stare about it, like just doesn't care about anything.
And weird, I don't know why, but that just perfectly translates for me.
And they say it in every video that it's just these two who are putting these videos together. I feel like these guys are like a married couple who live in some state far away from California who are putting this together,
They're making these, on their spare time.
It's very impressive what they do, and they put a hell of a lot of work into their videos. And I remember when I first saw these guys, they were less than 100,000 subscribers, and that was around the time of Superhero Bowl. Now they're almost like 560,000 followers.
Yeah, they're killing it.
So these guys are killing it right now, and please keep up the work. You guys are on your ways to being one of the biggest channels right now.
It's always a treat when one of y'all's videos drops.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. We will definitely we are subscribed. That's how we learned about this video being out.
We clicked the notification bell, which you can also do for us.
Yeah, please do. Subscribe to them, subscribe to us, click bells, all those things. I love every one of my people that I know.
And I love everyone.